All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they work in your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing out there? Another episode of Throwing Hands here on the ASAP Network. My new co-host, Josh. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Glad to have you on. Glad to have you a part of ASAP. Tell me a little bit about Josh Said What.
Yeah, so as I start every episode of my podcast, it's a podcast that'll change the world. I kind of cover all kinds of stuff, but MMA is a big thing that I cover just because I'm so passionate about the sport. I've had already a couple fighters on, including actually the Hammer, the Patrick from Rough 47, Rough 46 as well. I actually managed him, and he got that first round W.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was there. Actually, our guest tonight, Mark, Mark was there as well. And he has some big news too for upcoming for Bellator 283. So, actually, we can go ahead and actually bring him on. Let's see if he's ready to go. One second.
Should be good to go, guys. I think I got it
Marky
here.
Mark,
What's
What's
man?
up?
What's
How's it
up?
going?
what's going
Long time
on,
no
man?
talk.
You guys can see me all right? Hear me all right?
Yeah, here you
Yes,
good.
sir.
Perfect. Just making sure, guys. I am fantastic. Just finished up training at my dojo or gym, whatever you guys want to end up calling it. I guess my old gym used to be called a dojo, but this is just a gym here.
Oh yeah, no problem. Show it off, man.
What's the difference between a
Yeah.
gym and a dojo for everybody out there?
So all right, so the dojo was like where I originally started was it started out as a karate gym. It was mainly just karate. Whereas here it was started out as a fighters gym, MMA, jiu-jitsu. And I think that's kind of the difference maker there. When you see a dojo, you're thinking people are doing karate, people are doing jiu-jitsu, or sorry, judo, things like that, you know, a lot of belt programs. Whereas I know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has a belt program, but this is a fighters gym, you know. That I think is our big difference there.
Nice.
Nice.
So you're gonna take us on a tour?
I am actually. I would love to show you guys this. However, I can't figure out how to flip my cam, so I'm gonna just kind of show you guys this way. Hopefully, y'all can see everything. So anyhow, this is our front desk right here. This is where all the ladies work and myself as well. Back here is our Muay Thai and boxing gym. I'm gonna walk back here and show you here. So right there,
Nice.
we're gonna work a lot of little Muay Thai spots. Which after my fight here in with Bellator, I'm gonna be utilizing this Muay Thai quite a bit more because it works a lot more for my style. I'm a very pressure fighter. I love that clinch work, and so that's what I'm gonna be utilizing a whole ton. We also have here a boxing ring. I wish I knew how to flip my camera, guys. That way you guys could see it, but for some reason, it's not allowing me to flip my camera on here, so I don't know why. We also got a boxing ring right here.
Nice.
Ton of bags as well for our Muay Thai. We do have our weight equipment here. Sorry guys, I'm
No,
all
you're
beat
good,
up
man.
from training today, man. I just had a super hard rounds, trying to get everybody ready for fights. We got multiple people fighting actually. So I've got myself fighting. I've got Josh Ridinghouse fighting. We got Terrence McKinney fighting. Syed Yukub, both the UFC fighters there. We got a Combate Global fighter fighting as well. And then Josh Ridinghouse, he was just on the Ultimate Fighter, had that super awesome fight against Brady Highstand, the semifinalist. This is where I was working most of the day in our hot room. Which is not fun. The mats are a little bit nicer. We were doing mostly just wrestling today. A lot of wall work here where people were taking us down. We were getting back up off the ground. So this is again the hot room.
So I heard you say I heard you mention the Muay Thai. You're gonna be picking up more of the Muay Thai. So is
Yeah.
that something you're throwing in more for this game plan leading up to this fight? Is that something you're kind of focusing on?
Not for this one. I don't want to change what I've already been going for a little bit.
Okay.
The Muay Thai coach that we have in here did state that utilizing a lot more Muay Thai is better for my specific style because I'm a pressure fighter. I like the clinch work. I like the cage wrestling, things like that as well. So he believes that if I worked on my Muay Thai a little bit more, it would be more efficient. And I like being able to throw new wrinkles in my game. I'm already super fantastic with my jiu-jitsu. I'm super fantastic with my cage wrestling and super fantastic with my kickboxing. So why not add it a new wrinkle to my game?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
heading back
exactly.
in, that's another little room. Right here is a little staff only area. We do have a fighter that lives in there. He's not there right now. That's Izzy Gonzalez. He's a Combate Global fighter as well. Just got a contract for that. Now, our main training facility room, where it's huge, giant. This is one of the biggest gyms that is in the Pacific Northwest. We do have our own personal cage as well. And then, of course, all of the other wall works as well that we got going on. Just a massive room. We got showers set
Dang.
up. We have a sauna here as well. However, the lights out in the sauna, so I'm not going to walk you guys in there. I'm going to be, as you can see here, I got my strength trader CDA one-on-one fitness stuff going on. I'm about to be sitting in the sauna for like the next half hour, 45 minutes, just getting an extra sweat. And then yeah, basically we're gonna be walking back in here to our normal area. But that's our gym. Big ass gym. I wish I could show you guys a little bit better. If I could flip this camera, it would be a lot easier. But I guess I am not capable of that today.
Hey, no worries. Trust me, I'm not tech savvy at all. But no, it's a badass gym. It's a really good gym. You got quite a variety, so you can just kind of work in all elements of what MMA is, and in regards to equipment and space wise, because especially that'll be an inhibitor, like for some fighters, if their training camp is in kind of in a limited environment that doesn't have as much access as you do, then they only does so much for the fight. Look at you, you got a full badass camp, man.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it. I mean, we got everything. We got the salt bike, the salt treadmill, we got the rowing machines, you got all the weight, we got
Mm-hmm.
ropes, sauna. We have a little mini kitchen in here. We have two separate rooms where fighters live in, one of them being my ex-wife. Well, we can talk about that later if you want to, but not really necessary. Uh, Boxing ring, a cage, Muay Thai room, the hot room, and
Mm-hmm.
then of course right next to the cage is our main training facility room as well. So just a giant gym that is fantastic, and I'm super grateful to be a part of Warrior Camp.
So what's your favorite room? What room do you
My
spend
fa-
most of your time in?
Definitely that main room. The last room that you guys saw with the cage in it, that's definitely the room that I'm in the most. Doing jiu-jitsu Monday, Wednesday, and well, actually Monday through Thursdays. Really, I do some sort of jiu-jitsu Monday through Thursday. Wednesday is what they call Wednesday Night SmackDown. Now, if you guys are all wrestling fans, that's SmackDown wrestling, basically, but it has nothing to do with wrestling. Believe it or not, it's just basically you're in bad positions and you're working yourself out of it, and we flop back and forth. So like, oh, someone's got your back, someone's got an arm bar, someone's got a triangle, and you got 2 or 3 minutes to get out of it or to get that submission. And definitely one of my favorite nights for sure. And spend a lot of time doing that. And then Friday tomorrow will be 10 rounds. That is basically the only class for tomorrow. And that is just hard sparring.
Hey, there you go. Gotta get in those rounds, man.
Absolutely. The only way to make you a little bit better.
Exactly.
Right, right,
And then
right.
I want to emphasize as well, because I want to make sure that the audience they know loud and clear. So you're coming off of a win from Rough 47 with a first round submission win against Rafael Montini. Now you're going to be fighting Bellator 283. Talk more about that. Talk about your opponent. I want to hear about that, man. I'm happy for
Yeah,
you.
how did that come about?
Jaylon Bates, man. All right. So I actually got a couple things kind of fun to say that I think don't a lot of people probably don't know. He actually fought one of my teammates as an amateur, Eric Mendez. Uh, And Eric takes it, and again, it was as an amateur, so Eric's like, it doesn't even count. Which, yeah, that's kind of true. He took it as a learning experience because it was the first fight that he realized that he can get beat up, and he did get beat up in that fight. It was a 5 round title fight, just 3 minute rounds, 5 minute rounds, and he got beat up for all 5 rounds. But back then, Eric Mendez, again, a combat global fighter now, didn't have the same abilities as he has now. He was mainly a jiu-jitsu guy, but now he
Okay.
has incredible boxing skills. And Jalon Bates at the time was just a wrestler. So they had a really bad game plan in that fight and stuff like that. So he got beat up for that. But now I've learned a little bit just from kind of what he's talked to me about it as well. The Jalon Bates fight came because my new management that I got, RAI, down there, that takes part of the Extreme
Extreme Couture,
Couture
right?
Gym,
Yeah.
yeah, in Las Vegas, yeah, Roman Athletic Institution, and that is Roman and Richie Diapollo. They are absolutely fantastic managers. I mean, they started working for me so fast after this win uh, with Rafael Montini. They immediately was like, "Hey, Bellator's coming to Tacoma. We're going to try to get you a fight." And they want to really build me up. They want to give me good fights to be able to hop me into the spots that I need to. And shit, I mean, they gave me immediately a good fight. They gave me a guy that is supposed to be a wrestler. It looks like he's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, which means he's definitely under me, and no blue belt's going to be subbing me. First off, black belts can barely sub my ass anyways. I breathe through a straw when anybody tries to get me in any type of sub. And then recently, he actually just posted Bellator tagged him in an Instagram post where he was talking about standing and banging. And I don't know if you guys have seen any of his fights, which are all available on Bellator. But boy, it doesn't strike at all. I mean,
Really?
he's got some good striking. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he
But he's
knows what
not a
he's doing, and
striker.
yeah, he's a wrestler. Like, he shoots,
Mhm.
and that's fine with me. That's exactly what I want you to do. I'm very strong when it comes to that. The He's 5'10", and he fights at 135, so he's lengthy. Doesn't look like he's got a ton of muscle. But I can't ever put it past those people. There are people that are don't look like much, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, like you are something. It's gonna be
Mhm.
definitely a tough fight. But this is my time. When I step into that cage, it'll be 10 years since my amateur debut. I debuted 2 days after I turned 16. And now I'm 26. Well, shoot, I guess I'll be 27. So it'll be 11 years actually when I step into that cage. And it's going to be
Damn.
incredible. This is my time. And nobody's stopping me. And he put an Instagram post saying that he wants to stand and bang. He wants to get his first knockout. And I'm like, good fucking luck, buddy, because that ain't happening with me. And you ain't subbing me either. That's
Uh,
definitely not
we
happening.
saw how quick the subs come from you. So I mean that rear naked choke came pretty darn quick in 47. So
And he better not
Yeah.
hope that he gives me his back, because it's done and over with if he gives me his back. That's for sure. And I mean, it's tough because I don't know if he's gonna end up watching any of this, so I don't want to necessarily
give
throw
him
out my
too
game plan
much.
and stuff like
Give
that.
him
Mhm.
give him
Exactly.
too many cookies out there. Leave a
But
little bit on the
Yeah.
table.
he's gonna have something else coming for him. He said that the people he fight ain't dogs. He's a dog. Boy, you ain't fought anybody like me. I'm a dog. And
Well,
I'm the big dog.
you told us at the weigh-ins when we were talking. You were talking about somebody out that's from Arizona, from
Ah!
Arizona. And you said that eventually you're gonna take him out too. So this is just a stepping stone. That's what Bates has to understand in this situation. That he's part of this legacy to get back to where you need to be.
Mhm.
Absolutely. No, I'm entirely focused on that as well. Especially because he wanted to call me out in his podcast shortly after my fight, call me delusional, and say all these things that
I
didn't
saw
didn't
that.
yeah, that didn't actually happen. Like, I was the only truth that he said is that I mean mugged him, because I for sure mean mugged his ass. Like, I stared his ass down, walked by him right before I went into the cage, and then I saw him right before I got paid. First off, I wasn't mad or anything because I just won. I was super happy and I was about to get paid. Also got paid the highest amount on the card because I took a peek at everybody else's pay as well. So that made me feel a little bit special as well. But
Nice.
I just told him, I was like, hey man, we have unfinished business. He's like, what do you mean? I think he was like really high at the time, which is fine. You know, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, I'll smoke from time to time, but like when I come up to my fight, like no, that's out. But I think he was just really stoned at the time, and he just had his head down, and was like, "What?" And I was like, "You got gifted a 3-round decision against me," and he just stuck his hand out, tried to get a handshake, and said, "Good fight." And so, me being respectful as I am, I did shake his hand, and then I walked off. But he tried to say in his podcast that him and his teammates were about to jump on my back and rear naked me and take me out, and like, no, he was sitting with one other person, and both of them just sat there with a dumb fucking look on both of their faces. And
Did they
excuse my
leave after
language
that?
there. Yeah, I didn't even see them after that. They like when I came back down after getting paid, they were nowhere,
I don't think they
completely
were there.
gone. Yeah, they
Mhm.
just vanished. It's like I called them out and they were just like,
They
all
did
right,
kind of
now's the
vanish.
time to leave.
I didn't
Yeah.
see. I didn't even see that connection, so I didn't know that part happened. But they did kind of vanish. I would have to agree on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember too when we were talking about it on my podcast. I actually didn't know that at all leading up to our podcast that you fought Sean O'Malley, and then afterwards I was looking. I was like, okay, where's that interview that he's talking about? I was looking for it, and I found it, and I found the clip. And yeah, I remember seeing he was talking about it about like, yeah, you guys were he was getting ready to like rear naked choke and start throwing hands, and that you were being all like this like sporadic and everything. But I mean, I was there too. Based off what I saw, it was cordial, it was civil. I didn't see anything like that happen.
I mean, I
I
was
mean,
about to get
yeah.
paid. I was happy as hell, and my coach was right ahead
Mhm.
of me, anyways. Like, and my coach was calming me down too. Like right after my fight, I called him out. I was like, "All right, where's that Sean shit show O'Malley and stuff?" And then I saw my coach. He's like, "Hey, settle down." I was like, "Oh, all right, I'll settle down. I'll settle down." And then I kind of
What were
shut
you
up
in
and
the?
just did my
You were
thing.
in the cage for what? A minute and 45 seconds or so.
Nah,
So
it was a little bit longer. It was a little bit longer, but thank you for that credit. I appreciate that. I
you
appreciate
know what I'm
that.
saying? You still had the energy and all that
Mhm.
stuff going. So yeah, you
Yeah.
Always, I
probably
got
looked a
cardio
little
for
hyped up.
days.
Mhm.
Yeah. So uh, I didn't see no commotion. I didn't see no commotion.
No, no, there
But
was nothing.
that's later on
Yep.
down the road. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
right now we got Bates. We got Bates, and that's coming up
And
July
I kind of
22nd,
love this
right?
too, guys. I really love it because here's the thing: all of his opponents that he's had that I've noticed, they're all you can watch all of his fights on Bellator.com. Um, to me, it doesn't seem like Jalen likes to get punched in the face. He shoots in, tries to take down all of his boys. He's got some crafty little things that he does when it comes to striking. So I'm not saying that he can't strike because he definitely can strike,
Mhm.
and he's tall and lengthy, and he uses it the right way. Uh, but he don't look like he likes to get punched in the face. And the people that he's fought, he's just outclassed. I'm just a different fighter than that. That's not going to be the case. You're not going to outclass me. You're going to have to be on an absolutely different level to be able to outclass me. And not only that, but I'm in a different headspace than I've ever been in my entire career. I've hired a strength trainer that now works with a supplement company that sponsors me, Aeon Supplements. That's Stallion Performance with Craig Feisner at CDA 101 Fitness. That's where you guys saw that towel that's got around my neck right now. Uh, he's changed me entirely. I mean, I posted a before and after photo of me 3 years ago, and I'm this little tiny thing with I like to call it obviously the boobs, right there and stuff. But they're just pecs and stuff, but I like to call them boobs. But now now I got myself some good old boobs going on that are strong and stuff, and you can see that. Like right after my fight against Rafael Montini, I looked at that and I was like, oh my god, I'm a whole different human. And even I was trying to check the cameras to go back on different days for sparring and stuff like that because I like to kind of look at myself, look at other people and stuff like that, and see if I can correct myself and do a better job. And there's this dude that was walking in, and I was like, "Who's this guy walking in like that? Like I've never seen that dude before." And I had to rewind it, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's me. I look way fucking different. Oh my god, that's what I look like now?" And I love it. I love it. I'm different now. I'm in a different mindset. I'm just ready for things to change, and it's gonna change. And this is my time, and no one's gonna take that away from me.
Oh hell yeah! This is definitely going to be your year. 2022, you came in, you debuted over at Rough, you got that first round W, and then now you're going into fucking Bellator, man. Because I don't know if you have any future plans of going into any other promotions as well, whether it's UFC, One Championship, but now you're entering into the top three promotion that runs across the entire world. I would say in MMA. So, dude, I guarantee this is going to be your year. Congrats.
The
They're
door is
saying
kicked.
they're saying with a win that I'll get a multi-fight contract. Now I don't necessarily know how Bellator works. I know a lot of times they
Mhm,
let fighters fight in other promotions as well. That's kind of the neat thing with Bellator, and of course they allow a lot more sponsors than the UFC does. I mean, obviously
mhm,
everyone says the end goal is the UFC and stuff, but at this point, I don't mind. I just want to stop having to work a day job. I don't. I have anxiety, stress when I'm working a day job. When I'm in the gym and working hard in the gym, I'm not. I don't have any of that. I could be
mhm,
mad all day long or sad all day long, and then I hop into the gym, and all of a sudden I'm the happiest person in the world, and that's what I want. So short term goal, I pay my car off and I buy an RV, and me and my dog just live in the RV and just travel around a little bit. And I'm a good cook, so if I need to, I can make a little extra money by throwing out the grill a little bit and cooking it up. I've actually already got a few different recipes and plans out and stuff as well.
oh,
But
there you
do
go.
that and just train, and I'd absolutely
Mhm,
love that. And it's been a long time coming. It took a lot of mental focus. I had to fix a lot of things up mentally for me. Um, before I fought Rafael Mantini, I'd had a 3 year layoff prior to that, to where I just was not things weren't clicking right. I was complacent in fights. I'd lost three
mhm,
in a row, and fights that I probably shouldn't have lost, but I did. Um,
mhm.
and now it's different. Things are changing.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, man. I'm happy for you. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be your year. It's I could tell too, because like even after our interview, I was going back and I was watching more of your fights and everything, kind of getting more of a background too. It's like, okay, okay. And just seeing how you've been transforming, especially in that before and after picture that you posted on social media and everything, your mindset, the work that you're putting in. And dude, I can relate 100%, 100% in regards to that mind that like that space of mind when you're in the gym versus being at a 9 to 5. It's almost like its own form of therapy, like your own form of meditation when you're just in
It's
the gym.
yeah.
The only thing that's there is, okay, what's the obstacle ahead? That's it. Nothing else exists, just the obstacle ahead. I feel
And
you on that.
you speak of it being like therapy, and this is my therapy. I'm a very holistic type of person when it comes to care, so I don't go to the doctor very often. I go to a chiropractor. I look for my supplements, I look for my strength trainer, I look for my gym, Pablo Alfonso, Rose Alfonso, my training partners. And I've done a lot of growing up. I used to bottle a lot of things up and then have big explosions, but now I'm not having that anymore. A lot of people don't
Mhm,
know. Josh, you know a little bit, but a week before my fight, we found my brother's remains after being missing for
mhm,
4 years. And that was just a week before my fight. And then not only that, but me and my wife had officially kind of split up in April, like for good season and stuff. And then again, she lives in the gym now, so that's not fun. And then immediately after that fight, my grandma ended up passing away. So it's like I've been dealing one thing after the
mm,
other, but I'm still got a smile on my face and just sticking forward with my path and stuff. And talking about things, letting things off of my chest, not bottling things up anymore. I've got
mhm.
everything's different up here. I've grown up, I've matured, I've changed my life, and people are going to continue to see that every day.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good. And my condolences. You're going through a lot, and you know that's something that we're probably going to see you put in the ring. I'm sure you're putting it in the gym. And then looking here at this card, even just being on a card like this, you got Pitbull on that card, and what he means to Bellator. And then you
Kind
got
of a stacked card.
it, it
Yeah.
really is. You got Lima Jackson, you got Goldman Franklin, you got just so many bouts on this card, and being a part of that after coming off of rough 47. I mean, do you have any um, pre-fight jitters that any of that? Like, man, I'm about to walk down this aisle to the Bellator ring, and it's on pay-per-view, and then like you said, the card's so stacked. There's gonna be so many people watching. Did you have any of that in there?
It's funny that you asked that because I've been asked that question by a few people as well. The thing is, I fought. It's at the Emerald Queen Casino there in Tacoma, and I've fought at the Emerald Queen Casino a couple times already.
Good,
So in
good.
my brain,
Mm.
it's just like it's the same thing. It's nothing different. I'm just going back to it was cage sport that I fought for. Granted, I did end up losing those two fights, and that was during that 3 fight lose streak that I had where I was
Mhm.
complacent. So I'm going back into a territory where oh, I could lose, but I'm again a different mindset, a different human. I've changed things around. I don't
This
have
is
those jitters
redemption, baby.
anymore. Exactly.
Right.
That
This
this
is
is
Ready
redemption,
for it.
baby.
everything's changed. I'm not going to have those jitters. Yeah, it's a big show. Things are going to be different, but I feel the energy from everybody around me. I get to be the hometown boy. That's where they fucked up so big. They're bringing this guy into my backyard. And I'm like, yo, you guys made a mistake. Not only are you taking your Bellator boy that's only fought with you guys, that's been plus 900, plus 700 with um, his opponents or whatever have been that way. So he's been minus 700. He's been a massive favorite in every one of his bouts. All right, cool. So I'm going to be the underdog, but you're going to put him in my backyard where I'm going to have all the fans coming to watch me. No, I have everything in my corner. And not only that, but I know my grandma's watching out for me. I know my brother's watching out for me. I got things in the right spot. Everything's there. My coaches are looking out for me. My new Muay Thai coach, CJ, he is absolutely incredible. And then again, Pablo, Izzy's driving up with me. Izzy Gonzalez, he's driving up with me. He's gonna help me with my weight cut. Gonna help me that week ahead of time because you got to go up there for the COVID
Mhm.
bubble there. Everything's just clicking, So I don't have those pre-fight jitters. Maybe a few weeks ago and stuff like that before I was able to announce the fight and stuff like that. I had those.
Zone in.
Mhm.
But now that I've announced the fight, things are just kind of clicking a lot more to where I'm like, nah, this is my time. And I usually try to be a lot more humble, like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen during the fight. Like anything could happen, like it's gonna be a good fight. But I've washed that away. No, that's not how it's gonna be anymore. I need to be the alpha. I need to be, hey, I'm gonna win this fight. This is what is going to happen. I'm gonna win this fight. I'm gonna get the multi-fight contract and they're gonna see what Marky Mark does. They're gonna see the smile in the cage, and they're gonna love me, and they're gonna want me to continue to come back. I'm gonna be that Bellator boy that they want, and then if that leads to something else, then that leads to something else, and I think that'll be incredible.
Well,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure rooting for it, man. I can't wait to see it. I mean, and one of the other things that I seen myself, just like looking at this matchup, is he's had 4 straight wins on decision. I mean, on submission, and that I don't think is gonna fly with Marky Mark. I just don't.
Mhm.
No,
I don't see him submitting you at all.
it's
Um,
not gonna happen. Not
so
happening.
maybe that's why he said he's going to stand and brawl with you and throw hands because he doesn't see that happening either. So that could be another
Mhm.
thing, that he's already peeped.
Come into my game. That's fine. I like to stand and bang. I'm fucking nuts. I'm crazy, dude. I smile. Someone punches me in the face, I just grin at them. I have a rock solid ass chin. You're not sleeping me. You're not knocking me out. You may rattle me, but what's gonna happen is if you rattle me, you're gonna watch me continue to walk forward, and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck can I do to stop this guy?" And the thing
Mhm.
is nothing. You cannot do anything. I am going to be in your face, pressuring you the whole time, and you're gonna see the dog. You say that you ain't fought dog or you ain't get no dogs, but you're gonna get a dog this time, and I am the big dog.
Mhm.
Well, look, I can't wait to interview you after the pay-per-view. I'll be in the interview table when you get backstage. So when you hear me
No
pop
kidding.
up,
Are you really, my dude?
oh yeah, we probably be virtually, but I'll be back
Okay,
there.
yeah.
Either me or
I love
Josh,
that.
one
I
of us,
love that.
one of us two
I
will be
love
back
it.
there.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
Let's
you
when you
know
take
I'm
it
get back
back.
watching a
there,
fight.
we gonna connect, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask you. I'm gonna ask you how it feel. We got multi fights coming. You know,
Mhm.
hey, I can't wait. I can't wait, Mark. No, but this is a big card. It's really big. It's really huge for you. This has set us up to see a few, like you said, a few fights over the next 6 months. really finishing off that 2020 strong. And we don't know where this is gonna take you after this.
No, I have no idea. Ideally, I win this fight, get that multi-fight contract. I know that my old gym down in Lewiston, Idaho, it was called Mixed Martial Arts America with Frank Arnett. Bless his heart, he did pass away. But his son Austin Arnett, who is a previous UFC veteran that's still fighting, took over the gym, and the Thunder and Lightning card that's down there in Lewiston, Idaho. And he's putting on another card in November. And granted, it's a small card, but that's my hometown. And if
Mhm.
even if I get that multi-fight contract, I'm kind of hoping that they still allow me to be able to go down there and beat up on some guy in front of my friends and family down there, because that's one of those cards that after I win, I can't even get out of the cage. Everyone's just celebrating so hard, and I love that. I love that energy and
Mhm.
stuff like that. And that would be awesome to get another fight in November, and then just finish out the year real strong.
Nice, nice. Well, I'm rooting
Mhm.
for that. I'm rooting. We got to get the victory July 22nd. Got to get the
Absolutely.
post-fight interview, and
Mhm.
then
Right
we
after
looking.
my birthday too. July 21st is my birthday. So not only am I gonna get early day wins at 9 a.m., but I'm gonna get some cake that night, just a little bit, not a lot, because I gotta stay
Hey, there
healthy.
you go.
Then I'm gonna turn around, win that fight the next day, get that interview with you guys, which I'm absolutely so grateful. By the way, you guys are fantastic. I love the energy that both you guys bring. So I appreciate you guys very, very much.
Yeah, this triangle is funny. We all met that same weekend.
Yeah, I know it's wild. That's crazy. I love it. I love it.
No, we're gonna have to do this again. We're gonna keep doing this every time you get a fight, man. We're gonna have
Yep.
to
Hell
make
yeah.
this connection go. No, but no, for real, Mark. I appreciate you coming on, giving us some time to sit down with you,
Yeah.
giving us a tour of the gym. We're all rooting for you here at ASAP. I know myself. I can speak for Josh probably as well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna root for you, man. Let's go.
Hey,
Mm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And again, guys, like I said, I'm just grateful for you guys. Like this is awesome. I haven't
Mm.
gotten a whole lot of opportunities to be able to come on and say my piece and stuff like that. And other people get to kind of hear this too, which is nice. And I feel like a lot of people don't get that insight. They don't know what's going on. They don't get to see uh what's going on outside of the gym. They don't get to hear those things.
Mhm.
They just kind of get to see what I post, which is always kind of one-sided and stuff. So now they get to see me vent a little bit. They get to see the Marky Mark energy and stuff like that. And you guys have provided me this opportunity, and I do appreciate that.
No, we
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Definitely, man. And then just to end it with this, I want to say in regards to it, I could tell there's a spark that lit under you, and there's a fire brewing, buddy. I could definitely tell that. And greatness, no matter what, greatness comes to some extent arrogance, but that's also confidence for the success. And you got to bust your ass and work your ass off like you are now in order to get that greatness. So you keep going, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Definitely, definitely. And it ain't arrogance. It's accepting the fate,
Mhm.
man. At some point,
Hey, I
you
love
just
that.
gotta own it. You just gotta
There you
freaking
go.
own it. You know what I
I'm
mean?
just
And
and that's what I keep getting told too, is that I gotta switch the mindset a little bit, and that's why I've been
Hmm.
trying to be like you said, Josh, a little bit, just being arrogant. I have to be that way.
Hmm.
I've been too humble lately, and there's nothing wrong with being humble, but the when you are humble, sometimes your brain is incredibly powerful. Uh,
yeah,
Hmm.
and you have to be able to switch those mindsets. And when you're humble, you
Exactly.
allow in the negative sides of thing as well. I know that being humble is good, but you do allow in those negative sides. And when it comes to
Hmm.
fighting, there can be no negatives. You got to be Mr. Positive. You have to be, hey, this is what's going to happen, and I'm going to do this, and that's the only thing you can think about.
definitely.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's great for the media too. That's what sells the pay-per-views, is that not necessarily refuting the humbleness, but you're confident. You know you're gonna take it by fucking storm, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I'll say, one of my I don't like him necessarily. I'll say that off top, but he's really I really love when he's on a card because he builds it up so well. Is Kobe, and he's
Hmm.
just he's so good at it. And even afterwards, whether he loses or wins, he just brings that energy. And any
Mhm.
card that he's on has that energy because of it. So, and some people say Kobe's arrogant. Some people, love it, and I'm one of the
Mhm.
guys that love it because as a fighter, you look at Sonya, you look at some of the greats from back in the page, like Rampage Jackson. Even
Yeah.
he had a very very strong persona
Yeah.
of who he was when he came to the ring, and you have to have that to some extent
Mhm.
to kind of go further. I mean, and even Anderson Silva, as humble as Anderson Silva was, he was so humble it was arrogant.
Yeah.
And
That is kind of true.
you know
Yeah.
what I
And
mean? Like he didn't voice it, but his body language and the things that he did in the ring, like that push kick knockout to, was that Victor Belfort?
Vitor Belfort,
Victor
man, I'm a
Belfort,
huge
that
fan of
was
Vitor
legendary.
as well. Like I'm wild fan of Vitor. I love
Mhm.
that
But that's
guy.
an arrogant kick. Like
Mhm.
people don't understand where
Yeah.
he
Oh, he set him up
inserts.
too. He put his head right
So beautiful.
above his knee and
So
stuff, in
beautiful.
front of his face and stuff. He's like, "Hey, I'm right here. Punch me in the face." And then instead, he just fucking push kicked him right in the mouth. Like,
Mhm.
easy peasy. This is over with. And I'm sorry for the
Hey,
language, guys. I'm just excited. I've
Uh-huh.
just
this
been
this is
kind of,
throwing hands, man. Shit flies off
yeah.
the rector sometimes.
Cool, cool. All right, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
I
no,
like that.
you're good,
Awesome.
man.
Everything good.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
you're good, man. And plus too with in the modern fighting industry, social media and having the persona and just the way you present yourself online is how you sell more fights. Like with Colby Covington, for example. It's you believe it, you keep on, and your actions speak through it, and you show it off too in the finest fashion and media and everything. That's how you sell it. That's how you make the big bucks, especially in the modern fighting industry.
Right.
I'll tell you something though. From my understanding, I guess Kobe's not like that when he's not on the media, like
See,
in
I
front of the
heard that
cameras
as
and stuff
well.
like that. I heard he's a
Wait, say again?
completely super. I heard Kobe isn't like that in when the cameras are off. I've actually heard he's a super nice, respectable guy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Here, here's the thing about me, guys. The way you guys see me right now is the way I am always.
Mhm.
Right.
Which isn't necessarily arrogant. I'm a super nice, friendly guy. You guys can meet me and be
Mhm.
awesome. I'm just
You're
gonna say it how
authentic.
it is. Exactly. I'm very blunt. I'll tell you how it is. If you guys want real, you're gonna get real when it comes to me.
Yeah. And see, and again, like you said, that that's another part of it. It's to an extent because you don't want to lose yourself. You don't want to be something you're not.
Mhm.
Um, but to Josh, what Josh was saying too, it is great. It is good because when you do have that personality, you are exerting that out there. That's when a lot of promotions will come for you just because
Mhm.
you're gonna bring the tickets, just because you're gonna do that. So, like I said, man, whoever told you, they told you right. Be you, do it. Don't hold back. This is your time, like you said.
Mhm.
This is your time to thrive, to shine, break through. You're on a big card. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to watch it. Um,
I've
I,
been
I
saying for
can't
a
wait.
while, man. I'm 26 now, and I said that 26 was my year of recovery. And that was just trying to gather everything back. And then I'm gonna be turning 27, and then I'm gonna be fighting. And 27 is gonna be my year that I'm the demon slayer. I am slaying
Yeah.
everyone out there. It's over. It's done. There's no jokes. It's over. It's my year. It's my time, and everyone's gonna see it. They're gonna see me become top 10 in the world. That's the goal right now. Top 10, and then moving on from there.
Man,
No,
I
there you
can't
go,
wait.
man.
I can't wait. Well, that interview is gonna be crazy. When you crack that one, when you crack that top end, that interview is gonna be nice. I can't
That's
wait.
because you guys are gonna flash back to this where I said that I was top. I was gonna be top 10. You guys are gonna see
We
it.
gonna
What
flash it with the screen.
Sean O'Malley's what
Mhm.
number 13 right now ranked, I think. And
Yeah, I think so.
as far as I'm concerned, I hold a win over him. So every time he wins, I win.
You get better.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, man. Hey, I tell you what, if I'm able to ever be there at your next fight event where you do break the top 10 in Bellator, afterwards, we're gonna have to celebrate and do a shot together.
Let's get it, man.
Let's do
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm gonna make it a point when we're breaking that realm. I'm gonna be on alert. So we gonna all fly out there.
Yeah,
I'm
there we
game.
go.
I'm 100% game for that. I would absolutely love that. I'd be honored, guys. I'd be sick.
So
Yes.
Hell yeah, man.
where's your dream city to have a pay per view?
You know, uh, I haven't really thought about that, to be honest. I haven't got to, just traveling down to Arizona was super nice. I didn't even get to really experience it all that much. It was super hot. So, like, just being outside for the 15 minutes that I was kind of zapped me of the energy that I had throughout that day. Um, but that was a great experience. Other than that, I've cornered down in Kansas City, Missouri. I did a cornering for Jenny Liu. She was a part of Invicta at that time, and then I fought in Las Vegas for King of the Cage, the World Amateur Championships, and then I fought in Canada. Canada was pretty nice. Yeah, you realize that the whole
Nice.
community there is kind of a hodgepodge of community of just random people. Like I in my head, like I thought, oh, I'm gonna go there and it's just gonna be a bunch of white people. Uh, it's not at all. Like there's nobody there that as the like Caucasian white people. It is just everyone around the world just thrown into a melting pot. And honestly, that was kind of a neat kind of experience as well. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want to experience everything. There's not a
Hmm.
Yeah,
specific place that I want to go. I mean, if you want to ask me about like training opportunities, I could tell you that. But other like a fighting area, I just want to experience everything, for sure.
definitely.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely. Well, again, Marky, I appreciate you coming on. Before we get out of here, uh, what's your final words before we get up out of here? What do you
Well,
want
first
to
off,
say?
again, guys, I just want to mention this. Thank you both. You guys are absolutely fantastic, and I want to go ahead and just give a quick shout out to a few people. Um, First off, my dog Cosmo. He runs hard. Just the other day, it was 95 out, and my stupid self didn't check the ground. Like I usually, I always check the ground, make sure it's not too hot and stuff. And he usually pulls me around, but this time I was kind of pulling him, and we got to the last quarter mile right before my house and stuff, and it's all uphill. And there was a red
Mhm.
light, and he's just like, "Nope, I'm just gonna lay down. I'm tired." And I felt bad. So shout out to my dog Cosmo. He's definitely my number one. And gonna go ahead and give a shout out to a few other people here. First off, Warrior Camp. Everybody here at the gym is absolutely fantastic. Always pushing me. They are absolutely incredible. I've got my little slime group here as well. They haven't been a huge part of this fight camp necessarily, like they were. The people that have been a big part of this fight camp have been, Eric Mendez, part of Combate Global, Terrence McKinney, Syed Yukib, Jose Mendez. Those are people that have been huge parts of my fight camp this go around. Also want to give a shout out to my new management, RAI. Roman has definitely been a godsend when it comes to my fight game and stuff, sending me down little sponsor packages and things like that. My cousin and his lady, they have a baby coming on July 23rd is when it is due. So literally like the day after my fight is when it's due. So I'm kind of hoping that it pops out on my birthday, so then I have a reason to celebrate my birthday. That's Chris Clark.
Hey.
That's my cousin. He's a good man. I appreciate him. I'd be in a whole world of trouble right now with me and my wife splitting up and her moving out and stuff, and me taking over her portion of the rent. Without them, I'd be in a whole shitstorm of things. So definitely want to give a shout out to them. My strength trainer, Craig Feisner, at One on One Fitness, Stallion Performance, and Aeon Supplements. He runs all of those things there. He's absolutely incredible. And then Guardian Health Chiropractic. That is Michael Codwallader. And I apologize, Michael, if I pronounce your last name wrong. It is kind of an interesting one, and I think I butcher it every single time. But I've had a lot of back issues and neck issues throughout my career, as well as just like feet, knees, and things. And he's the guy that has put me back together. I speak of holistic care, and that's the dude, man. He is incredible. I've been with him for the last 7 years now, and thank him. And gonna go ahead and give a shout out to my ex a little bit here, even though we're not on talking terms. And I basically told her after the whole scenario that I hate her and I never want to talk to her again. But you know that's neither here nor there. I still love her. Thank you for switching my mindset. What situation she put me through, I think has really benefited. It has helped out, and we got matching tats. I don't know if you guys can see that there. There we go. Favorite human.
Okay.
That's FH. So I don't necessarily suggest getting matching tats with anybody, but it is a memory. We were at one point each other's favorite humans, so we got an FH tattoo for that. So shout out to Jillian Knoll and her family, Donna and Derek, her parents. They are a godsend as well. They still allow me to have their Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, even though we're not on talking terms. They're good humans. Shout out to them. I appreciate that, and yeah, those are. Oh, one more. Full on Auto Pro, man. That's where I get all my vehicle needs done as well. I have bought all my vehicles through them since I've lived in Portland, Spokane, and stuff like that. So without them, I don't think I'd have a vehicle, and I have the best vehicle I've ever had right now. Subi Gang.
Hey, no, we love it, man. We love it. Josh, anything before we get up out of here? Before we let
That's
Mark
a,
out of here?
say again. It cut out.
I say anything you want to say before we let Mark go?
No, thank you so much for having me on. I'm glad to be a part of this. It was great talking to you again, Mark. We definitely got to hold up that shot. Eventually, down the road, as soon as you hit that top 10, we're going to do it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Absolutely. Hell yeah, man. We're gonna do more than just one little shot too. That's for sure.
Fuck yeah. We definitely going to have a good time, boy. That's for sure.
For
I'm a big
real.
fan of trash cans. I don't know if you all have had those
Oh,
before, but I'm a wild fan. So
Yeah, I'll
if you
try.
really want to have a good time, take me out to Buffalo Wild Wings and give me those street tacos and a couple trash cans. And boy, buddy, that is my one. I'll do that any day of the week. I'll get off work. I'll be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Buffalo Wild Wings, have some street tacos and trash cans. And I'm a Red Bull fan, so yeah, that's the way to do it right there.
There you go.
yes, sir. Well, again, Mark, I appreciate you allowing me to have you on here as well.
Yeah,
Um,
thank
uh,
you.
I'm anticipating the 22nd. I'm really happy. I'm excited. See you on
Mhm.
there. Um, I want another rear naked choke, but hey, however you give it to him, give it to him. If he wants to stand and trade, stand and trade. But
Good
we'll
But
luck
you
take
to
it
want a
either
him.
which
clean
way,
white.
man. Right,
He gonna
right.
he's just got a whole new world coming to him for sure. He's never fought a fighter like me. He's never fought a dog like me. Uh, he's I'm gonna be in his face, and he's not gonna like it. And we'll see if he can stick with that pressure.
Yes, sir. And then top
Mhm.
10 and Shano in the future.
Yes, sir.
Unfinished
Yes,
business.
sir.
Unfinished
Unfinished
business.
Yes,
business.
sir.
I'll get that taken care of. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't give no fucks, man. I'll do it tomorrow. But of
Yeah,
course, I know
there
he's
we
got
go.
he's got he's got a fight coming up with Pedro Munoz, which by the way, Pedro Munoz did fight my coach Pablo Alfonso in the past. He did beat my coach, but it was a super competitive fight as well. I think it was a 29-28
Mhm.
decision. Um, so he's got a tough fight. But I think they're still kind of gifting him the right fights because I think being as tough of a fight as this is, I think that's the perfect fight for Sean to still get a victory, which bums me out every time.
Hey, if he's winning and you like you said, you feel like you already got that over him. So every time he
Mhm.
wins, you move up. So as long as
Exactly.
that
Absolutely.
keeps happening, y'all meet down the road, it's a match made in heaven.
Hell yeah, you bet it. We got unfinished business, and I'm gonna finish it in the future.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
And hey, free publicity.
Right,
Yes, sir. Yes,
right.
sir.
Keep
You
pumping
keep
it
talking
out.
about me. You keep talking about me, Sean, and I'm just gonna love it. Love it a little bit more every time.
Definitely. Well, again, Mark, thank you. We're gonna talk again after you win. We'll set up another interview, get us all together and talk about the next one.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys letting me take you through a little bit of a tour of the gym and stuff. I'm hoping that you guys were able to see it properly and stuff like that, and everybody else was able to see it properly, even though I couldn't turn my camera around like a dork. Um, but yeah, man, I'm just a happy, excited person. I'm gonna go sit in the sauna after this and sweat my life away a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, till next time, sir.
Till next time.
All
All
right.
righty.
Take care, man.
Oops. Ah, Josh, that's a good one. I'm excited for that card.
Yeah, me too, man. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot on there. Who do you got out of Outlaw and Pitbull?
I still have to get more into Bellator. Um, but I do have to go with Pitbull. Based off what I have seen between them, I do kind of have to favor Pitbull.
Yeah, I like Outlaw, but Pitbull's nice, man. And until he
Hmm.
gets beat, I ain't going against him. You can't. You can't. And honestly, um, Outlaw only lost to Michael Chandler. Like that was his last loss, and we see what Michael Chandler's been doing. So uh,
Hmm.
this dude's nice too. It's gonna be a clash, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a war. Oh, and then I don't know. Have you seen any like the card leading up with next UFC? You got Izzy. You got he's facing Jared Cannonier. I remember Jared Cannonier was actually at Rough 47.
Yeah, yeah, he actually was. You're right.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I
Um,
was passing by him down in the backstage, and then I asked for a picture. I felt like I kind of had bad timing when I asked for the picture, but he was still cool enough to let me do it, so I was appreciative of that. But no, it was cool. It was pretty cool. And then, like he was saying, Pedro Munez versus Sean O'Malley, we got that. God, Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira, all that.
Robbie Lawler versus
Hmm.
Barbrena. Um, oh yeah, Alexander and Holloway. Like this card can change some
Bro,
things in the UFC.
finally, finally, I've been waiting for them to finally match up again. Like, bro, what's your feelings on the first two fights between Holloway and Volkanovski? Do you feel that Volkanovski did get the W, or is it kind of, do you feel Holloway was robbed?
Like it's hard. Like they were like almost like just draws. Like they were so close. Like really, and to have the trilogy and you still kind of be like, I don't know who's gonna win. That
Hmm.
tells you how close those last two fights were. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna beat the champ, you gotta beat the champ. Especially if you
exactly.
leave it. Especially if you leave it with the judges. Like you leave it with the
Hmm.
judges in a championship fight, and you didn't. Neither one of you really put any separation.
Hmm.
You can't be mad. You can't be mad at the decision.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, and not only that, but you see his performance against some of the same opponents that Holloway has fought, and then even against the Korean Zombie. Yeah, they're the top two people for a reason in that division, and it's tough for them to really see who's going to be the victor in this third one. Like shit, this if this is just as close and as I wouldn't say controversial, but in a
And the
sense that it's
last
like you
two,
can't really agree. Yeah, you can't really agree on it. I wonder if they would actually push for a fourth fight. Now that we're starting to see scenarios where people are pushing for that now.
I mean, honestly, bro, in this division, yeah, it would make sense
Mhm.
if it's anything like the last two. This would be one of those divisions and one of those matchups where a fourth fight wouldn't be boring. First of all, because it's not like we're just seeing one person get knocked out, then the next person get knocked out, and then the draw. Like it
Mhm.
wouldn't be boring. I don't know. I think you're onto something because really, after if Max loses and he doesn't lose like in a defiant way, who does he
Mhm.
fight?
Yeah. Exactly. And then plus two, if say Max loses, but then Max goes up and challenges everybody else in the division, everybody else in the top five, and he beats them all again, then how can you not deny him a title shot when he's once again walked through everybody and nobody can, like you say that Holloway being the number one contender, he's the gatekeeper for the championship. If nobody can pass the gatekeeper, then who else is going to come up?
They just gonna meet at the bar like every Friday. they just they just gonna meet at the bar every Friday. Like, look, man,
Exactly.
it's me and you, bro. Like,
Watch,
ain't
they're both
nobody
in their
else.
50s still throwing hands.
Right, right. Because it really in this division it's come down to them, and there's not no one even close. Like that's the other part about it. Like you said, he's the gatekeeper, and there's no one
Mm-hmm.
close. But I mean, even the Sean O'Malley, like we were just talking about with Marky, uh,
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley and Pedro. I mean, what happens here if Sean O'Malley loses? What is this? That'll be his second or his third loss in a row.
Say again.
Second. What? How many? What is his? Didn't he lose like the last two? I thought he
Sean
lost the
O'Malley's
last two.
record?
Yeah.
He's 15-1 right now. His so far his only loss is against uh Martin or Cheeto.
Okay. I don't know
Yeah,
why I
Cheeto.
thought he lost two. Yeah, but I mean, again, is one of those situations where who is he gonna fight next?
Mm-hmm. It would
Uh,
have been interesting to see him fight against Cody Garbrandt, but like to be honest, I feel like Cody will probably get slept in the first round by Sean O'Malley. I like Cody as a fighter, but he doesn't seem the same as he used to be.
yeah, no, and I like Sean. Sean's one of my favorite fighters. Obviously, he's from
Mm-hmm.
Arizona. I like his charisma that he brings to the cage. I like
Mm-hmm.
his antics. I root for him often, and then now meet Mark. I'm like, well, this would be a good peak point and see them, meet someday back in. That'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I won't lie though. I'm like also thinking in the back of my head, like as soon as I found out Mark had fought Sean and then they started having this beef going, I'm like, okay, I don't want to play any favoritism because Sean O'Malley, he's also one of my favorite fighters. I even took a
Right.
picture with him too. I don't want to be like caught between the beef and everything, but it's funny to see how it's all playing out from inside and everything. But it's really cool too. Mark is a great guy, and I love Sean too.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm definitely I like them both. I've met Mark on a personable level, so it's easier to kid around and joke around with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I got respect for both of them. They're both incredible individuals,
Mm-hmm.
both incredible fighters, and like I said, I would root for that to happen. Obviously, they'll be both having success if that ends up happening one day. So either
Yeah.
way, it'd be great to see.
It'd be a grudge match. That'd be a movie in the making.
Right, right. We're gonna pull up these from the archive. run the run the replays. Run the
There
clips,
you go.
Josh.
There you go.
Uh but definitely, man, for everybody out there that is watching, we're gonna get this going again every week. We will announce the times. Typically will probably be right around this time, 9 p.m. Pacific Mountain Standard Time every week. You can catch us here. And when do you do yours? When do you do yours?
Oh, my podcast? It's kind of
Mhm.
varying right now. I'm still trying to get a consistent schedule because of all my other stuff that I do, but I'm
Right.
trying to get it at least like once or twice a week because I want to get more fighters on, but I also want to get like a better variety on. Like there's this one psychologist at ASU actually that I'm trying to get in hold of right now just to talk about the subject.
Nice, nice. That's
Yeah.
definitely different. Give a different aspect to it.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Like a new
Well,
Joe
you'll
Rogan.
a new Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Joe
That's
started off.
actually what
I used to like
inspired
his
me to
stuff.
actually start the podcast too.
Yeah, man, he's crazy. I love watching Joe sometimes. He's different. He gives different views on things for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, but anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm excited for this. This is awesome. Can't wait to do it again, man.
Definitely. And vice versa. We will see you guys next week. Right here on ASAP Sports,
All right, all right, all right. Thanks, man.
Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.